Date 8 January 1942. Place Oxford, England. Father Frank. Mother Isabel. Next, school life. St. Albans School, Hertfordshire. An average student. Slow learning to read. Ordinary English boy, ambitious. College. Wanted to study maths and physics. As instructed by his father, went to Oxford in 1959. Popular as well accepted student among his peers. Lively, buoyant, adaptable. Next. In Oxford University, he studied natural science, liked classical music, science fiction and sports, joined Cambridge University for PhD in 1962. In 1963, diagnosed with amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. Life after post-diagnosis. First, went into a deep depression. Shortly after the depressed state, dreamed of sacrificing his own life to serve others. Began to enjoy life, thought of doing a lot of worthwhile things for the society. Met Jane Wilde, who later became his wife. Jane Wilde. Optimistic, serious-minded. Strong believer of God. A real-life partner for Stephen. Married Stephen on 1965. Caius College, Cambridge University. 1965 received fellowship at Caius. In spite of the physical deformities, exhibited brashness and intelligence. Others kept a reverential silence. He asked penetrating questions. Got reputation as a genius. Another Einstein. Next, a brief history of time. In 1980, thought of writing a book about the universe involving cosmology and quantum theory. Wrote the book to make science understandable to non-scientists. Rewinding the theories of the cosmos from Newton to Einstein. Completed the first draft in 1984. A brief history of time. Included answers to the questions like, where did the universe come from? Is the universe infinite or does it have any boundaries? Is there a beginning of time? Could time run back? Next, another misfortune. Affected with pneumonia and was suggested a tracheotomy for saving life. Due to the surgery, lost his vocal sound. Overcome the crisis by using the program named Equalizer, developed by Walters, a computer expert. Equalizer allowed to select words from the screen. A brief history of time. A brief history of time was published in 1988. September 2005 saw the release of an abridged version of the original book. This version was updated to address the new issue. that had arisen due to further scientific developments. Major paradoxes. Cruel circumstances can lead to happiness, although fame and success may not. Two great scientific theories taken together seem to give us nonsense. Empty space isn't empty. Black holes aren't black. Supernova of world physics. Life of Stephen Hawking is really a miracle for the world. He could achieve everything he wished. He could overcome his crippling disease. Became the supernova of world physics. Then timeline. 1942 born. 1950 seriously thought of becoming a scientist. 1959 went to Oxford to study natural science. 1963 contracted a rare disease, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. 1965 received his fellowship at Caius. 1980 thought of writing a book about the universe. 1984 completed the first draft of A Brief History of Time. 1988 A Brief History of Time was published. 2005 release of an abridged version of the original book. 2018 died.